I believe that students learn by doing.
We're going to collect them and come up here and we're going to take a look at them. And then at the end we have a key where we can find out what they are. And depending on what we have in there will tell us how healthy or how unhealthy the stream might be.
One of the experiences that they have here is going down to the river and doing our Riverwatch program. And the kids will hike down to the Little Calumet River, and they will carry down their nets and their buckets and magnifying glasses, and we'll go down to the river and talk about why it's important to have a healthy river. Why is the health of the water important? The kids will get in and they'll use the nets to collect macroinvertebrates, which are the insects living in the river, and we'll start to look at what we find. And we'll then start to talk about why is it important to find a lot of different kinds of insects? Is diversity important? We'll ask these questions, and the kids will start to see that it's important to have a lot of different kinds of people, a lot of people from different places, a lot of different things in the community that make it whole and healthy.
My name is Kevin Zeck. I grew up in the Duneland community, and I am currently principal at Bailey Elementary School in downtown Chesterton, Indiana. When we work with kids at school, one of the things that we try to focus in on is building a sense of community. We know as educators that kids who feel a sense of community and feel like they belong to something have greater purpose in their own life. And so we try to instill that in our students on a regular basis. A school tries to build sort of like a tight-knit community within each classroom. We try to build it in the school, and this takes us the step beyond in helping the kids understand that they belong in a bigger, larger community.
My name is Bill Shout. I sit on the Flora Richardson Foundation board, and Flora Richardson was a person who lived in the dunes, a very interesting life, and she left her estate to be used to develop a greater understanding of the dunes and the surrounding area. So when we looked at how can we accomplish that, what's the best way in which we can do that, knowing what the Environmental Learning Center has to offer, we broached the Duneland School Corporation and said would they be interested in having their students take advantage of the Environmental Learning Center.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
A program was put together where we have the entire 4th grade come for an overnight. Feel pretty good about that. That's over 400 students that have an opportunity to take advantage of that.
So the project with the Duneland Schools and the Environmental Learning Center is a natural for us to support. We've been doing it for about 3 or 4 years, and it has truly been a success. The feedback that we get, particularly from the kids that go to the program, are just so excited and have so much fun and learn so much.
I mean, how many times can you have 80 kids come and spend the night at a camp and pass it on into the everyday learning, not just for science? They're going to write about it in English, they're going to paint it in art, they're going to maybe listen to it in music. You never know how it's going to continue in their learning process.
The students are so used to just sitting in a desk, the paper, pencil, and when we're here at the dunes, going out and exploring, they are able to see that the learning takes place more than outside just the 4 walls of a classroom, and there are just countless learning opportunities when you're out here hiking, walking, exploring, and just connecting with so many things that they've seen in books, but they haven't experienced. As my students often tell me, it's the best experience they've had all year.
Well, the experience itself is one, it's a hands-on experience. That's one huge advantage. What you have out here in the outdoors and what the kids can experience out there can't be replicated in the classroom.
Kids learn by doing. So when we get them outside, we get them holding things, touching things, tasting things, smelling things, and they become engaged in their environment. So they can take that excitement back to the classroom with them.
Helping the students find a way to connect to their environment is so important because they have such an integral part in the preservation of our environment, and they're becoming little mini naturalists, as you will, and they can see that their actions have long-term impact. And just letting them know that they're a part of this as well is such an important lesson.
I want to catch a dragonfly. I want to catch that dragonfly, so I'm going to catch something. Mike, remember when Jackson fell in the well last year?